I started 360 Human Services in 2020 to fulfill a unique need for all parents in inner city and rural communities looking to receive assistance for their children. With parents who have children who've been diagnosed with autism or related disability.
Sometimes parents can be confused as well, or maybe even a little hurt.
If you feel overwhelmed or you ever feel like you don't know what to do, we want to help you. We want to work with you.
We just feel like very real people, and we speak to each other like real people and not a patient is like the best part of working here.
My name is Harry Jackson, and I am the CEO and founder of 360 Human Services. The most rewarding thing about my role here at 360 Human Services is the progress I see in the clinical team, administrative staff, executive staff, and anyone coming to work with our children. I started 360 Human Services in 2020 to fulfill a unique need for all parents in inner city and rural communities looking to receive assistance for their children. With parents who have children who've been diagnosed with autism or related disability, we want to help you. We want to work with you. If you feel overwhelmed or you ever feel like you don't know what to do, here at 360 Human Services, we specialize in helping families with children with autism-related disabilities gain the skills needed to reduce challenging behaviors through parent training, one-on-one therapy, and parent training workshops and ABA services. We have some of the most unique and talented individuals who are willing and happy to work with your child in any capacity.
My name is Julie Mamani, and I am the Clinical Director for 360 Human Services. While I've been in the field of ABA for several years as a BCBA, I became aware of the organization and the mission to provide compassionate care to, individuals in need, and that's something that I really wanted to be a part of. I think that we are an organization that's focused on, being very compassionate and empathetic and understanding, and, we are really focused on clinical quality and doing the best that we can to provide to our clients and help them lead happier and more independent lives.
My name is Elicia Davis, and I am an administrative assistant. A day in my life at the company mostly is just me helping my higher ups with day-to-day tasks, making their lives a little bit easier, and ensuring that the care that we can give to the children we service runs smoother. What makes it great working here is honestly the kids. In my role under the CYBHI program, I have also been able to assist many people with getting therapy. I think the most heartwarming parts are when people come to us and they're seriously in need of these services, and we can help them get those services right away rather than waiting for insurance and all those things to come through. We offer 5 free sessions of therapy to families, and we also put on workshops for caregivers of children. I think what really warms my heart the most about that is helping the families and the individuals that need care right now, and they may be nervous about going into therapy, and just being able to get the ball rolling for them rather than giving them the obstacle of insurance and all those things, because I feel like that can really just make things more nerve-wracking when it comes to getting that help. If you're overwhelmed, don't be afraid to reach out for help, because there's many programs that can assist you. At any time, you can reach out to us at 360humanservices.com.
My name is Tyler Kinney, and I'm the intake manager at 360 Human Services. I think the most rewarding part at working at 360 Human Services is typically when a family starts their services with us, I'm the first voice they hear. So they have possibly never heard of ABA. This is their first child with autism or any related disability. The moment I get to calm their nerves and really explain our services and make them excited to start services, the most challenging part that I help parents navigate when they start at 360 Human Services is just understanding what ABA services is in general. I would start with just the entire structure beginning to end from that phone call, their paperwork, meeting their clinical team, meeting the scheduling team, and then finally bringing their child to the clinic for their first day. The steps to enroll at 360 Human Services start with just one phone call. I'll get in contact with the family after I received a referral from the primary care physician and get their information to move forward. After that, the family is welcome to ask me any question they need or even come down to the clinic for a tour if they're still not ready. Once they finish their paperwork, they'll meet with one of our assessors. That's where they will complete something called an FBA, which is a functional behavior assessment. That assessment goes over a full survey of the child's beginning to where they are right now, and it will ask questions on any behaviors they've noticed, whether the child's already in school that the teachers have brought up, or behaviors at home, behaviors in public, and everything in between. After we receive that FBA, we send it over to the funder to be approved for our recommended hours per session. These recommended recommended hours are weekly hours. So the children do come in this clinic every week for a set amount of hours, depending on the parent's availability. I think the most fun part of working at 360 Human Services is honestly all of the staff that work here. Though we do work in healthcare and our job is very serious, we just feel like very real people and we speak to each other like real people. We understand that outside of 360 Human Services, that we all have lives, we all have ups and downs, and we see that also with our families as well. So I think having families come in and having someone that talks to them like they're a real person and not a patient is like the best part of working here. I would say my favorite success story of working at 360 Human Services was a family that was very hesitant to start services with us, which led to, I believe, a 1-hour phone call of just going back and forth and answering all of their questions. And the next day I received a phone call and the mom just said, after speaking to you, you helped me feel absolutely ready and comfortable to begin this. And now that child has graduated out of our services, and that's our biggest goal.
My name is Jessica Ramirez, and I am the program manager at our Apple Valley Treatment Center. My journey started working with children in early intervention. So as a program manager, I oversee the operational flow of the treatment center. Along with that, I do hold an active caseload. I still do see clients. At the treatment center, I ensure that we have all the supplies and materials needed for the treatment center to run effectively. During my time there, I also provide direct support to staff. I'm pretty much the main point of contact for anything related within the treatment center. So every child is different, and the things I help our clients with is individualized, but I help with building skill acquisition, so building on life skills, communication, while also working on reducing maladaptive behavior. So every child, when they start services, they all have their own individualized assessment, and within this assessment, we have a treatment plan. So within that treatment plan, we have goals that fall under different domains. So we have behavioral goals, communication goals, social skill goals, and self-help goals. If you're a parent of a child who has been diagnosed with autism or any related disabilities, just know you're not alone. Here at 360 Human Services, you have a team that is passionate and willing to work with your child to ensure that they can develop the skills to be successful every day.
Hi, my name is Amber Gonzalez. I'm a clinical supervisor here at 360 Human Services. Well, my favorite part is walking in. Everybody always says hello. Sometimes the kids scream for you. They're like, Miss Amber, hi, hi, hi. I appreciate the enthusiasm here. All sessions are different, but I would say they're all primarily focused around play. So depending on where they're at on the spectrum, we might have some kids that are non-verbal. We might be working with a lot more talking, but we might have some kids that need help more with turn taking. You know, there's so much growth, and I don't like to say that there's one child that's a success story when any milestone is a milestone. You know, I take all wins as a big win. If I meet a parent and they recently got their child diagnosed with autism, first I always hear them out. I hear how they first wanted to get tested, how they're feeling about it, and that kind of lets me know how I talk to them. Sometimes parents can be confused as well, or maybe even a little hurt, but I let them know more from an informational side. It's a different aspect. I let them know that we still, like the other parents, have opportunities here, but I also let them know that everything that we do, we use data, we track it. We're gonna be disciplined here, but still use play as helpful ways to teach. Sometimes when you're doing this work one-on-one with the same kids, sometimes you can even feel a little stolen, like, hey, what I'm doing working? And that's why I say it's always good to have a good relationship with your supervisor, because they can show you the progress that we're working on. They can remind you of, hey, when we first met this kid, they were at step A. Right now we're at step D, and it might be taking a little longer than A, B, and C, but we're doing it, and we're doing a great job.
My name is Tanya Reynolds, and I'm a behavior technician. We're here to help with behaviors and have patience with the kids, to basically guide them through their struggles. Every session varies. Some kids come in happy, then your session may go smooth. If your kid comes in sad or mad, you might have a rough session, but you want to pair with them, do things that they like. So then we come in, we're doing toys, we're practicing sharing. Some kids don't like sharing, we're taking turns. Just redirecting. They're kids, everything's fun. You get to play with toys, you get to see them progress. And like I said, they come in here and they have a bad day from outside, but now they're coming in, and now the environment, there's other kids here, and now it's just fun all around. Well, I've been with this company for 5 months, and I've seen kids who come in, like the kids that I work with, they don't know how to point. And within a month with them, now we're pointing, we're demanding for things that we want. Kids are speaking up, saying when they're ready to eat. We're learning personal space. space, that's a big one, and we're able to say no thank you. If your child is diagnosed with autism or other disabilities, you're not alone. Apply. We're here to help. We have patience. We're here to help you. You have any questions, you can see how we work with the kids, and just contact us. We're here.
Hi, I'm Jacob Roach. I'm a board certified behavior analyst, and I am the program manager for our San Bernardino clinic. The most rewarding part at working at 360 Human Services in this field is seeing the progress of each individual we work with. Yeah, success story is having our clients come in to our services and they're not able to speak or communicate their wants and needs. I know over time and through practice and repetition, we're able to see that client, communicate their wants and needs, and that truly makes a significant impact in their daily living. For example, individual who came to us about 3 years ago, they had some impairments with social skills and communication, and through working with this child, through repetition and modeling and proactive strategies, that individual is now in a general education classroom at the school setting and is doing well. Fun thing at 360 Human Services is really the culture that we have built around not only our clients, but also with our employees. Typical session here at 360 Human Services using applied behavior analysis is a mixture of clinical approach, but also a play-based therapy. We do use the principles of applied behavior analysis, also known as ABA, and we integrate that through play-based scenarios and opportunities to ensure the kids that we work with not only are learning, but they're also learning how to play with others and also socialize with other peers at our clinic.